Hello, this is NoStressMike.com, and I want to kind of talk a little bit uh, on some of my older uh, videos. And the reason is, if you've been watching me, if you just came on and started watching me now, uh, it's you don't really know what's going on, the whole story of what happened. And that's why I thought I would mention a little bit about some of the videos you might want to watch. If my kind of stuff is interesting to you, you're going to really find that it's interesting what has happened in the past. I've been making videos like 10 years now on YouTube, putting them up on YouTube. Some of the videos, as a matter of fact, I had okay, now I'm going to have a hard time trying to figure out the titles on these things. But anyway, all of the videos, you put No Stress Mike, one word, and then you put the subject matter on there. And there's probably going to be something, there's going to be something on there. But I've started, I think my first videos were in the early 90s. And so I was making videos way back then. I just didn't know what to do with them. And but I had a couple of them that I put on YouTube. And one was the SKS. And I talked about the SKS and using it for home defense. And then another one was I rode a cow backwards. And it showed a picture of the cow with me on it. And he was going one direction. I was going his direction, but I wasn't looking that direction. And it's pretty funny. And I don't remember if I told the story with that. But anyway, that I owned a supper club at that time. And we had a lot of cowboys coming in. And those cowboys just laughed and laughed watching that video, watching me ride that cow backwards. So anyway, so there's a video on that. And well, I say both of those were in the 90s when I made those. And I don't remember if there's other ones like that or not. You're just gonna have to look around. And then let's see, I started making videos after my wife had a stroke and she was totally paralyzed. And so then she says, tell people about what you're doing, And I said, what do people care about what I'm doing? And she says, no. She says, you do strange things and just make a video talking about it. And she also told me to write a book. And so it says, share what you know. And the reason is I was caring for her. I was taking care of her. For 5 years, I couldn't, after she had her stroke, her bad stroke, where she was totally paralyzed, she'd have seizures. And so I didn't want to leave her alone with, because when she gets scared when she has a seizure. So I had to stay with her. So I had to stay within 2 minutes of her because she could feel the seizure coming. And so then I couldn't go too far. I had to stay close where she could call me and I can get over there to her. And so this is why she was telling me to write a book and make videos, and I didn't know how to do all that. And don't forget, I'm dyslexic, so I can't even read a book. So here I'm writing. I wrote 5 books, and a lot of them they weren't good at all. And I don't think I only have like 2 or 3 left on Amazon. You find them on Amazon. Amazon sells those books. I took them all off. I think I left 2 on there because they like I say, I can't read, so I can't write that well. And one's a picture book. That's the Hoi Chi. And and I was going to make another one that was after I died. Then it would come up, and I'd be just, telling you all the kind of. I mean, right now when I make videos, I don't go in a lot of detail because a lot of the tactics I still use the tactics that I use, I still use them. They're good ones, and I can't really go in a lot of detail when I talk about these tactics. I do talk about them, but I don't go into a lot of detail. A lot of times you can see the comments on people. Some people say, "Well, you're a real idiot. You don't carry a gun like that." I do. Now, not everyday carry, but like I say, there's a time and place when I carry certain things a certain way, and so, but they don't understand. So, and that's okay. But I wanted to have this information out so people can, if they like it, they can do something with it. And oh, there was another one. They were going to make a movie about me, and I had a film crew and all this kind of stuff come out from California to make a video. First, they heard of me, and they said, "Well, he's not a real person." And then somebody was talking to him and said, "No, this guy's a real person." And so then they called me and they asked me a bunch of questions. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then they said they wanted to make a movie on me. What I learned about that, now that's what I did. Okay, they sent a film crew out, and I think it was like 3 days or something like that. And they videoed all the stuff that I do. And you have to be really careful because they'd ask me questions, and when you're in person with me, I'll answer anything. But they had the camera going, so it was hard for me to say stuff. But anyway, what they did, this is something, remember this, if anybody's ever going to make a movie about you, or you're going to be in a picture or something, and you sign that release to let them use your images, make sure you put a time limit on that. You know, it's good for 5 years or 10 years or do something. The reason is I signed the paper. Now they got some videos on me, but they didn't finish the movie. So they've got film on me or video on me. So if something strange happens, and they've got tons of videos on me. And so remember that before you sign that stuff. Remember what you're signing and how long it's going to last. But like I say, they made a trailer, and the trailer on it, and they made that so then they could show producers and people with the money and try to get the financial backing to do it, because they caught me in Oklahoma. And I'm going to be going to Central America, and I drive, so they'd have to drive with me. Can you imagine me driving down the road with a film crew? So, but yeah, so they'd be driving down. Oh, the name of it is No Stress Mike the Movie, and so and you'll see. I've made a video talking about how they filmed it and stuff like that too. But No Stress Mike the Movie, and then. I say, from there, I went to Asia. So they needed to come up with some money to move a film crew with me on it. And like I say, the places I go aren't safe. So not only their cameras and all this stuff can be confiscated. Not only that, we had weather to deal with. We have bandits to deal with. It was a big thing. It was going to take them a ton of money to make a full movie about what I do, because what do I do? Here you only see little pieces of what I do, but they would have to see me negotiating. They have to see me in fighting. They'd be seeing me doing all kinds of stuff. And I don't always have a bed to sleep in. Hey, now I got a home to sleep in, but I never always had that. That's why I'm saying shelter is a big thing that people just don't realize how important it is. But anyway, so that's something you might want to look at. But that's kind of cute, and it was fun to make when they were doing it. And then like I say, and I had when I went to Asia, then that's when I had people make comments and say, "You really are an adventurer," because that's what's on my card is I'm an adventurer, and that's how I describe myself. And because why? Because I can't tell you all the stuff that I do, and I need everything I do all comes together. They're little pieces of a pie, and all that comes together that makes me who I am. So like I say, when you see something and it makes me look kind of goofy, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're just seeing one little piece of the pie. And this is what I try to tell other people. We're all like that. We're made up of the things we do, not the things we see on TV, you know. And we have to take chances. We have to do something with our lives. And I think that's what my wife was wanted me to do all that to show people. Man, you know, I step out of my comfort zone a lot, and it's doing it so much. It's not as threatening as it was when you first start doing it. Because when you first start doing it, it is uncomfortable. When you start doing it on a regular basis, kind of like doing the morally proper thing, you're going against the crowd. Most people don't want to do it. It's too much work to do the right thing. So what they'd rather do is just go along with the crowd. And like I say, that's one thing I don't do is go along with the crowd. And it goes not only with my actions, but like I say, my beliefs. Like I say, I'm highly spiritual. I might not be religious, but I'm highly spiritual. And I stand by my spiritual beliefs, no matter what country I'm in, no matter the situation that I'm in. And I've got a record on it. I say 10 years. So, but take a look at it, and I say No Stress Mike, and then a subject, and see what pops up. There's going to be all kinds of things that will pop up. This Mike, No Stress Mike. Oh yeah, before that, go look up Xena too. No Stress Mike, Xena, Zena. She played a big part of my life, a big part. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.